Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little English Podcast, your cozy space to learn English in a simple and relaxing way. I'm so happy you're here. Take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's improve your English together, one small step at a time. If you happen upon these words today, maybe somewhere inside you there's a flicker of unease, a quiet confusion, and perhaps a nameless fatigue. I don't know what you're going through, but if you'd allow me, I'd invite you to sit down with me for a moment. Like two old friends reuniting. Let's share a cup of tea and simply be. Have you ever felt like you're living correctly by everyone's expectations, but still feel empty? You show up on time, meet deadlines, even push yourself to learn more, just to keep up. Yet when night falls, your heart feels hollow. You ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Am I not good enough? Should I try harder? I've been there too. And one question changed everything for me. Am I really alive or just existing? When you forget who you once were, what made your heart race? To answer that question, I had to be honest with myself, not in a self-blame way, but by admitting I was tired. There were things that once lit me up, painting, writing in my journal, listening to music in the rain. Then life swept me away. Work, deadlines, responsibilities, expectations. I forgot how alive those moments made me feel. And gradually, I lost touch with myself. Do you ever feel the same? Is there something that once made you feel truly alive that now feels distant? Life doesn't wait for you to be ready, I used to believe. Once I'm skilled enough, confident enough, successful enough, then I can start living the life I want. So I delayed. Trips, projects, even allowing myself to be happy. Until one day, I realized life doesn't wait. It doesn't wait for you to feel confident. It doesn't wait for you to finish learning every skill. It doesn't wait for you to earn a specific salary or reach a certain achievement. Life begins when you choose to begin. When I dared to try, though not fully ready, to write, though no one would read. To return to learning, though I had diverted from it. To love, though my heart had been broken. You know what? Imperfect beginnings make you real. Because no one is born knowing everything. No one is never awkward. No one is a final, complete self. Life doesn't demand you be the best. It asks you to step outside the familiar, even if just one small step. You might think, but I still lack so much. Sure. But if you wait until you're complete, will you ever start? Starting over, but not from zero. There were periods when I felt like everything I'd built, everything I'd worked hard for, had vanished. A job lost, a relationship shattered, a dream once vivid, now out of reach. And I thought, I must start over, from scratch. But now I understand clearly. I never truly start from zero, because everything I've experienced, everything that caused me to fall, all of it made me who I am today. You may lose a job, but not your experience. You may lose a relationship, but not your capacity to love. You may rebuild your life, but you are no longer the unknowing person from before. Every new beginning is a continuation with a stronger, wiser you. So, if you're standing at a new starting line today, remember, you're not discarding your journey. You're building upon it. Let yourself be real, not just the version that gets accepted. Have you ever felt like you're wearing a mask out in the world? That you need to be pleasant enough, just good enough to avoid disappointment? I used to live like that. And I was so exhausted that I no longer recognized who I was. For a long time, I tried hard, not to follow my own heart, but to win approval. I learned what others thought I should learn. I said what others wanted to hear. I suppressed my sensitivity to appear strong. Over time, I grew distant from myself, so much that even in solitude, I didn't know how to reconnect with the vibrant person inside. Then one day, I looked in the mirror and questioned, who am I living for? Am I happy? And sadly, I had no answer. Until I gave myself permission to be real, to be sad when hurt, to be weak when tired, to refuse anything that doesn't align with my values, even if others disapprove. Then I realized no one can truly love you if they only love the version of you that's been approved. You deserve doing the work you love, even if no one else understands. Rejecting expectations that choke your soul. Saying, I'm not ready, even if the world is moving forward. Being authentic isn't selfish. It's honoring your own heart first. And when you live truthfully, the people who are meant to be in your life will find you. You don't have to perform to be loved. You just have to be yourself. Take the first step, even if you don't feel ready. Let me tell you something simple. No one starts a new journey with complete confidence. Even those who seem to know what they want. They're often just feeling their way through the dark, just like you, just like me. I remember my first beginnings. The first time I moved out. The first time I switched jobs. The first time I dared to say no to something that no longer felt right. And honestly, none of those moments came with certainty. What I felt was fear, confusion, and a million unanswered questions. I used to sit with myself and say, I'm not good enough yet. I don't know enough to begin. What if I fail? But do you know what changed me? I acted first, and faith came later. Not because I was braver than others, but because I realized if I waited until I felt confident, I'd never begin at all. So I started slowly, with small steps. No need to go big. No need for a 10-year plan. Just waking up a little earlier, sending one email, asking myself, what's one small step I can take today? And step by step, confidence grows from action, not from waiting, like learning to swim. You can read every guide, watch every video, visualize perfectly. But until you get in the water, you'll never know you can float. Maybe you're standing at a crossroads now. Maybe you're doubting yourself. I understand. Truly, I do. But if you're hearing this right now, I just want to whisper, take that step. Even if your hands shake, even if your voice wavers, because it's those uncertain, trembling steps that call faith into your life. No one is coming to save you, but that might be the gift, you know. There was a time in my life when I secretly wished someone would come save me from the chaos inside my head, from the mess of being human. I thought, if only someone could see me, understand me, love me the right way, maybe I'd be okay. If only someone could hold my hand and say, it's all right, I'm here. Maybe then I'd feel strong enough. But no one came. No one came when I cried quietly in my room. No one came when I curled up in anxiety, lost in the confusion of adulthood. No one came to draw a map for me. And it hurt. It felt lonely, unfair. But over time, I began to accept the truth. No one is coming to save me. And somehow, that realization saved me. Because when you stop waiting for someone to come, you finally ask, what can I do for myself? How can I become the person I used to wish would show up for me? That's when things shift. You begin to think differently, live differently. You learn how to wipe your own tears, write yourself an apology, walk away from harmful relationships, hold your own hand, even if no one's beside you. It sounds lonely, doesn't it? But actually, it's a gift. Because when you learn to rescue yourself, you realize you're stronger than you ever believed. You're capable of giving yourself love without anyone's permission, and you no longer rely on others to feel worthy. So, if you feel like that child left behind, let me gently tell you this. You're not left behind. You're simply on a journey back to yourself, without needing someone else to lead the way. And each day, little by little, you are quietly saving your own life, not through grand gestures, but through small choices, through every time you say, today, I'll be a bit kinder to myself. Today, I won't wait for someone to rescue me. I'll rise for me. The gift isn't someone coming to save you. The gift is realizing you've always had the strength to save yourself. Everyone has their own pace. You don't have to keep up. Have you ever felt like you're falling behind? You look around. Someone just got promoted. Someone just got married. Someone went abroad for study. Someone bought a house, had a baby, launched a business. And you? Still figuring it out. Still wondering where your right path is. Still asking, did I make a mistake somewhere? Why am I not there yet? But here's what I want to tell you, softly. Everyone has their own pace in life. We weren't born at the same starting line. We don't have the same backgrounds, circumstances, opportunities, or luck. So why are we forcing ourselves to run on someone else's clock? Some people succeed at 25. Some find their passion at 40. Some move fast, but in circles. Some move slow, but stay true. You don't know what others had to sacrifice to get where they are, and they don't know the depth of your journey. So live at your own rhythm, even if it's slow, as long as it's true. Don't rush just to keep up. Walk to find yourself. You're not late. You're simply on your timeline. A timeline that's yours alone, no replicas. And if you ever need a reminder when pressure creeps in, try telling yourself, I'm not late. I'm arriving right on time for my life. My pace is the perfect pace for me. Healing isn't always happy. It's learning to hold the pain. 2. We often think healing means becoming happy again. That it means no more sadness, no more pain, no more negativity. We believe that to be healed is to be strong, positive, radiant. But truth is, healing isn't always cheerful. It's not like a physical wound where you can watch the scab form and the skin close. Healing is cyclical. It's those days when you thought you were fine, and suddenly you break again. It's smiling in a crowd and feeling heavy the moment you're alone. You're not failing at healing just because you still feel pain. You're not weak just because you still cry. You're just human, with all the beauty and fragility that entails. Real healing is learning to sit with yourself. Whether you're laughing or sobbing, steady or falling apart, it's choosing not to reject your wounds anymore, but to gently say, yes, it still hurts, but I'm learning to stay with it. I won't run away. I'll sit down and listen to my heart. And sometimes healing happens the moment you stop pretending you're okay. When you let go of the pressure to be fine, when you lay your head down, cry, and whisper, I'm hurting, but I'm not alone. I'm sad, but I'll make it through, slowly. Because every pain has a reason to exist. It doesn't show up to destroy you. It arrives to teach you something about yourself. Every time you face the pain instead of turning away, you take one more step toward becoming your whole self. You don't need to rush to be positive again. You just need to be present with all that's stirring inside you, the light and the shadows. Healing is learning to say, I still love you, even when you're not okay. So if you're tired, rest. If you're sad, let yourself cry. Because peace doesn't always come from sunshine. Sometimes it comes from the quiet rain that falls within. Thanks for spending time with me today. I hope this episode made your English learning a little easier and more enjoyable. If you like this podcast, don't forget to follow the channel so you won't miss the next episode. See you again soon and keep going. You're doing great.